you want, I can take my laptop.
What is going on, everybody? This is the Brews and Ball podcast. I'm Dave,
I'm Matt.
and we're going to continue our original tradition.
It's not still on any laptop. Cheers, brother.
All right, this is 98 Rock, Thirst Down. We got Justin, Scott, and Spiegel right there in some Ravens uniforms. Oh, that's not bad.
No, that's actually really good. I actually liked it. When David told me yesterday I got some really good beers for you tomorrow, I was like, oh no, it could be pretty bad.
So this is Union Craft Brewery.
Oh, it's Union? Oh, nice.
Yeah, in Baltimore, Maryland.
Union makes a good beer.
Yeah. All right, so coming up on the NFL season, where we just had the first preseason game, the Hall of Fame game. Did you watch any of it?
I did watch bits and pieces because I was at work. Big shout out to Trey Lance. I know it was a preseason game. I know the stats weren't godly, but from the plays I saw him make, he made some really good throws.
Yeah.
And he's showing the potential, I guess, that Kyle Shanahan and them guys in San Fran saw to do all them trades and all them picks to get to him. Again, it's going to be weird. Like, obviously, Justin Herbert has no threat of his job.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm going to be honest. You see it all the time where a new head coach comes in and that quarterback might not be their guy. Herbert might end up not being Harbaugh's guy.
Oh, no, he played a good season last year.
He played a good season,
he
but
played a lot of safe football.
But what I'm saying is that might not be the style of quarterback that Harbaugh likes. You know what I'm saying? You've seen it before where you have a new head coach come in.
And
not really
Trey Lance fits more of Harbaugh's style because Harbaugh obviously didn't care for Alex Smith.
Yep.
Went with Colin Kaepernick. They balled out, went to a Super Bowl.
Yep.
And Justin Herbert kind of fits the Alex Smith vibe. And Trey Lance fits more the Colin Kaepernick vibe.
Hey, check out this. I saw something crazy. Now that there's only like 3 shows of media now that Fox has canceled almost all their shows. I am watching that Nick Wright show with Chris Broussard and Kevin Wildes. I think that's a really good show. I think they got a good balance.
First Take?
Yeah, not First Take.
No, First Things First.
First Thing First, yeah. I think their show, whether you like people on that show or not, I think it's very well balanced.
It's entertaining.
Yeah.
It's entertaining. Because Nick Wright just says the wildest things.
Yeah.
Just because he's a fan of the Chiefs and he hates everybody else.
I can't stand him, but again, he is right on a handful of things though. You gotta admit he does
only from the Chiefs aspect.
No, he was the only one that picked the Bills to even be relevant last year. Everybody was saying they weren't even going to make the playoffs, and
I was like, one of the people that said I didn't say they weren't going to make the playoffs, but I was more high on the Jets.
Yeah. And he hates the Bills, like he has a hatred.
Yeah.
But the point I'm getting to, right, because we got off track. Chris Broussard had a take, which is not a crazy take I thought in the world. Jim Harbaugh might be sitting back saying, you know what? I'm a JJ McCarthy guy. I love JJ McCarthy. He talked glowingly about JJ McCarthy coming in the league.
That was this guy in Michigan, though.
Would it be out of the world to do some type of trade?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
But I can see if JJ has a good year in Minnesota. I feel like for example, the way the teams are structured, I do think Justin Herbert fits Minnesota better than JJ.
Mm-hmm.
I think JJ fits the Chargers better than Justin Herbert. The play style that they want to do. Again, it's a very, very crazy, outlandish take. When I heard it, I was like, yeah, that's probably impossible. But the swapping of teams do kind of make sense a little.
Yeah. If So say hypothetically, say they do the trade JJ for Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
And
you got to throw
maybe
other stuff in.
maybe not the Vikings, but the Vikings maybe get
No.
Vikings send a pick over.
Yeah. Vikings send a pick or something.
And Justin Herbert goes to the Vikings. How crazy would that be?
That would be crazy.
Give me 1 second.
No, you're good. We got a little technical difficulties. David's cat wants to be a part of the stream today. But
All right, now I'm back. But yeah, Justin Herbert on the Vikings, that would be nasty. You got Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. You don't have a running back. Maybe Jordan Mason.
Jordan Mason. They still got Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I'm a believer in running backs are going to keep performing well until the wheels fall off, and the wheels haven't fallen off on Aaron Jones yet.
Yeah.
They have TJ Hawkinson at tight end.
Yep.
Their offensive line's good. They have a top 5 defense in the NFL. If they made the trade this year before the season started, Justin Herbert and the Vikings would be nasty.
No, I agree. Now the question is, who says no to that deal? Like,
I don't think anybody does.
I think they both say yes.
I think they both say it. That's if Jim Harbaugh can convince the front office of the Chargers to do that.
And I think Jim Harbaugh does, because that's how are they going to say no to Jim? Look at Jim's track record just as a coach already. I mean, between what he did. Go ahead.
One more second.
One more second, guys, because David's about to get angry with the cat.
This here. I'll take this out.
There you go. Perfect. I mean, look what he did with San Fran in like a short window with Colin Kaepernick. Then he went to college, did what he did in college. Jim Harbaugh is one of them coaches that has not won a Super Bowl as a head coach.
He's still successful,
but has just as much, if not more, weight than other coaches that have won Super Bowls.
Yeah, I mean, he has a college championship ring.
Yeah,
even though they were cheating.
Yeah, but still, I mean, he has so much like pull, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
as you guys know, we are having a mock draft here in about 9 minutes. It's going to be 10-man random picks. Pick your best players. We just want to see have some fun with some fantasy football before the season starts. But
yeah, and if anybody's viewing right now and they want to join, leave a comment in the chat.
Yeah, and we'll send the link right to the chat.
We'll send a link straight to the chat. So if anybody wants to hop in, more than welcome to hop in. Add to it. So David, fantasy football around the corner. What's your strategy?
My strategy? It depends. I mean, it really depends on like the league you're in. The league we host, a lot of them just pick random players, and it's really annoying because it messes up my strategy. In a perfect world, I'm going running back at any pick. Perfect world, running back. Maybe running back, quarterback, and then in the third, I swing and get a running back, but you will not see me grab a wide receiver in the first 3 rounds. Yeah. I just don't. There's plenty of wide receivers in the league. There's a lot of wide receiver ones. There's 32 of them. And you don't need to break the bank for a wide receiver 2 like T. Higgins or Devontae Smith or anything like that in the 3rd or 4th round. You can keep stack. I believe if you stack the running backs, that is a key recipe to win your league.
So real quick, let's go raw. This is I'm 100% with David. I am running back. I'm gonna be honest. I could go as crazy as, you know what, if one of them top 2 to 3 guys at quarterback is not there for my 3rd round pick.
Yeah.
If there's still a good running back, I might pick a third. I might do 3 running backs.
I've done drafts already where I've had 3 running backs. I can name one off the top of my head. I've had Bijan Robinson, Derrick Henry, and Chase Brown.
Yeah. So real quick, just to put a little more insight about how deep the running back depth is this year. Let's go over. You got Saquon Barkley, dog. Bijan Robinson, dog. Gibbs, dog. Henry, dog. Genty's supposed to be a dog. Whether you like him or not, CMC's coming back. He's not one of my top picks, but again, he's still out there.
he's off my radar. You can have him if you want him, but he's still a good running back.
Yep, and you still got A-Chain, you got Bucky Irving, you got Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Taylor. Yes, there's health issues sometimes. Kyron Williams. I'm a huge Kyron Williams guy.
Yeah, I'm a big Kyron Williams guy.
Chase Brown. I think Brees Hall has a big bounce back here. They said that O-line looks great. I am staying away from James Cook. I am staying away from Alvin Kamara. I am staying away
I'm not staying away from Alvin. I like Alvin Kamara. If he's there in like the 5th or 6th, I'll scoop him up.
Yeah, that's it. I'm staying away from Kenneth Walker again, but he's still a deep guy. I mean, he's still serviceable. The point I'm trying to get to is like you haven't even gotten to the rookies yet. You still got Hampton for the Chargers, gonna be a dog. Hubbard, Henderson. You still got David Montgomery out there. You still got Harvey in Denver. You got even though he hasn't signed his contract yet, you still got Judkins in Cleveland as a late.
Hey man, you don't even need Judkins because if he doesn't play a snap, you can go right with Sampson, and Sampson's going to eat it.
Yep.
Like, he's going to get all the load.
And then don't even forget about Caleb Johnson with the Steelers. He's getting good reps.
He's going to be a good running back.
And you still got Tracy with the Giants. I mean, my mindset is by all means, and there's still a few guys deep too that are like handcuff guys I like a lot, like Ricard White, for behind Bucky. Even when Bucky's playing, he's still almost 10 points a game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Ricard White as like a bye week guy is a really, really good deep guy to kind of get. Same thing with J.K. Dobbins.
I agree.
I think J.K. Dobbins is a good bye guy as well, too. Because, again, he will get some production in Denver. Especially because he's a pass catcher. So, I mean, just to put in the mindset of how deep the running back core is, it's like, I could go running back, man. And I honestly, I'm going to be honest at this point, even if it's one of the top tier quarterback stuff, I know I did draft him in some of my leagues. When we play our big league, even if someone's sitting at his 3rd round, I might just say fuck it and not even draft him still.
Yeah.
Like even if Lamar or Allen's still sitting there somehow, I still might just go skill position. Because I feel like you can get better. I mean, not better, but I think you can get just as much or similar value from a guy like Baker or Jared Goff.
Yeah, Baker, Jared Goff, Bo Nix. Obviously, Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, Joe Burrow are more of a higher tier.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to aim for those quarterbacks. If you go running back, you're probably going to want to go wide receiver. So those 3 quarterbacks you're not going to be able to get. You're more so going to aim for quarterbacks around 7 to 9, which is the Baker, the Jared Goff. You can get
maybe Justin
Bo Nix. Justin Herbert will be there. I'm not a huge believer in C.J. Stroud when it comes to fantasy, but C.J. Stroud will be there. Cam Ward will be there.
Justin Fields
will be there. Kyler Murray will be there. Those are 2 great quarterbacks potentially great quarterbacks for fantasy.
Yeah.
And you have Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I think Caleb Williams is going to have a good year this year too.
Yeah, I've stashed him in a lot of my leagues as my 2nd quarterback because I don't know. I just have a hunch he's just going to ball. Like it's going to be like a top 5 quarterback type season.
And you can even get like a Patrick Mahomes, not in 7th, 8th, or 9th.
I've been getting
maybe
Pat
like
Mahomes
in the 6th, maybe.
Yes, I've been getting Mahomes in the 6th. When I have a stack like skill set, say I have say I have Ashton Genty, Kyron Williams, Chase Brown, and then I go JSN and then Marvin Harrison Jr. Like those 5. Then that's when in that 6th round I'm aiming for Pat Mahomes.
Hey, throw the link in the chat real quick. Hey, we just got another viewer hop in. We are going to be about to do a mock draft in a couple minutes. We are going to be adding the link in the chat for the stream. If anybody wants to hop on, David's working on that right now.
I don't think I can from here.
You can't? Okay, well, I might be.
I don't think I can.
It won't let you?
Nah.
Well, I mean, if there's anyone that does want, just reach out and we can send you the link manually if anybody wants to hop in. Because we do have another 2 more minutes left until the pick.
What's this? No, that's nothing.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I can't.
All right, that's fine.
That's weird. On the phone you can. On here you can't. That's unless I'm just not seeing it. I don't know what that does.
This is not 911. But yeah, no. I am super excited. I did 2 drafts already this year. There are money league ones. Both dynasties. One I took over a dynasty team.
Yeah.
Which this is my first time ever doing dynasty, so I didn't really understand how much emphasis there was on like quarterbacks like early. That league I took over, that team isn't bad, but there's some holes I gotta fill. The one I drafted this year, I thought is loaded. My quarterbacks are shaky, but you remember I was telling you I got Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown, David A. Chain, Bucky Irving, Devontae Adams.
Yeah, it's not a bad pick.
But
yeah, even Devontae Adams is going to be a good Mike Evans combo. Like,
yeah,
that's the safest combo you can get.
Yeah, but I feel like from a dynasty standpoint, having Jamar Chase and Amon-Ra St. Brown is one of the best moves I think I've ever did. So, but it looks like we are going to get ready to start the draft, the mock draft. David is randomizing it now, I think.
I was going to randomize it, but you want to stay at the 10th?
I'll stay at the 10th because I want to see.
It looks like Austin's at the 1.
Okay.
I think I'm going to take probably the most difficult pick.
Yep.
Is pick 7.
I'm going to be honest. What's your thoughts on this, David, this year too? Is that like my mindset, either the first pick, second pick, 9th pick, or 10th pick are the best picks this year?
The first, second, 9th, or 10th?
Yeah. I like being in the top 2 or bottom 2.
Yeah, because you can snag double like big name guys. Like you're at the 10th spot, you can get Ashton Jeanty and Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Last year, people at the 10th spot were getting Jahmyr Gibbs and Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jahmyr Gibbs is going to go earlier, and Saquon's going to go earlier this year. But
I don't know, dude. You might have a person or two that might go receiver heavy, man. One thing I've noticed is a lot of people are stressing and picking receivers a lot.
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and start. And it looks like Austin, you're going
to. And watch Austin pick something like CeeDee Lamb or something. Watch Austin watch Austin like screw up having the first pick. I hope he's watching too.
I wonder if I can do it from my phone. I can.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Got Jamar Chase. I knew it was going to be receiver. I had a feeling it was going to be receiver.
All right. So I'm up. He went Jamar Chase. I think I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to just go with the Jeanty pick. I love Ashton Jeanty this year. He's going to be the workhorse. There's no committee with him. There's no reason for Ashton Jeanty not to be the guy.
I'm going to be honest. You probably won't like both these picks back to back. I'm going to do the same thing I did yesterday, essentially. I'm going to go A-Chain with Miami. I think A-Chain is going to have a monster year, especially with everyone being healthy. And the guy that I'm huge on this year, Bucky Irving.
That's crazy.
I'm a big...
I've said this combo a lot.
I know you're going to do it, which I'm not mad at it.
And it's going to be the Jeanty and Derrick Henry combo. The reason I'm picking Derrick Henry is because, obviously, I'm a believer in he hasn't slowed down.
Yeah.
He almost had 2,000 yards this season.
Yeah.
The reason he didn't is because the first 3 weeks, the Ravens couldn't figure out
how to use him.
How to use him. So will he have a better year this year? Probably not, but he'll have something similar. So I'm going to go with Derrick Henry.
Well, you know why I don't want Derrick Henry, obviously, is that, like, and again, I'm a little bitter from last year, is like he kind of
he fell off.
He fell off production. Like, yeah, and that really screwed me up. That was a big reason for my playoff loss. I think he had less than like 15 points, and I lost by 5. I was pissed.
Yeah.
And here comes Austin. I bet you it's another wide receiver.
No, I think he goes CMC.
Then he goes CMC. Oh, he loves CMC.
He loves CMC.
So CMC is still left. Yeah, so it's probably going to be CMC, then a wide receiver. Yep.
There
you go. Give me another wide receiver. Come on, Austin. Prove me right. Yeah, no, you got wow.
Oh, there's 3. Chase Brown.
Austin's learning from the best now.
So obviously we talked about the quarterbacks.
Yep.
The 2 elite fantasy quarterbacks are now gone.
Yeah. Unless you can
pick JD5.
JD5 or Burrow. Burrow is a really good fantasy.
Or even Jalen Hurts.
I hate the Jalen.
I'd probably save Jalen Hurts for more around 4 or 5. But here, I'm going to go to three-headed monster after I get my guy, Kyrie.
I hate you because that was going to be my pick
That
right
is
there.
my guy.
That was going to be my pick. And I'm going to be honest. What are we looking like now? Oh, man. Oh, man. Give me easy money. Let's go Marvin Harrison. I think Marvin Harrison's going to have a monster year this year. And then we were talking about safe bets, right? Who's a safe bet? Let's go Mike Evans.
Mike Evans is a safe bet.
Give me Marvin Harrison, who has awesome upside this year, and Mike Evans.
There we go. Jaden Daniels in the fourth is gone.
Yeah.
T. Higgins, no. I don't hate T. Higgins. It's just he's not the wide receiver one. Garrett Wilson's not a bad pick, but he has Justin Fields. We don't know what he's going to do. Terry McLaurin, Diva, I'm staying away. Brees Hall, not a believer. James Cook,
I know who you're going
to Diva. Hurts and Burrow. I kind of can. I feel like with the team I have, I can get away with not having a quarterback right now. Rasheed Rice, I don't know what's coming. And then you got Devontae Adams. And that is the other safe pick.
Devontae Adams is going to be awesome this year.
Devontae Adams, Cortland Sutton, DJ Moore. Those are pretty much safe picks.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Devontae Adams.
You really want to go Devontae by having Kyron already? They're
going
to be competing against each other. Not competing.
One loss in the season?
Was that?
If I was going on the season, it'd just be one loss because of the bye week. They wouldn't be competing.
No. I mean, like, but I don't
Kyron competes with Puka. I mean, I think Puka is going to get less production this year.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, I just don't personally like grabbing a receiver and a running back from the same team just because if I lose a game, I'm gonna be pissed off if they don't hand the ball off one time.
I was saying if I'm Austin, I'm picking Joe Burrow for that combo.
Well, honestly,
that's not bad.
Austin's actually having a pretty good draft
for like the first time ever.
For how much crap I talk about how he can't draft. Austin, you might want the first overall pick if you draft like this. I'm not crazy about Jonathan Taylor and CMT. See, I am big on Brees this year, especially in the fifth round.
If you get Brees, I got two wide receivers. Well, Devontae Adams could be a wide receiver one. He has the production for it.
Yeah.
But Cortland Sutton is definitely a wide receiver one for the Broncos.
But I just really feel like, again, I am not huge on Jonathan Taylor.
I like Jonathan Taylor this year, but I'm also like scared.
Yeah.
Because he could be like, it could be another CMC season.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Taylor's had this before.
See, this is where it gets a little tricky with me with drafting here, right? It's like
CD getting to 9 is criminal.
Yeah.
I don't believe it's criminal. He had a down year last year. Dak is coming back, which is good for CD. But we saw after CD got paid that he couldn't, not that he couldn't be the guy, but he wasn't as great production-wise.
Yeah. You know what? I might be reaching a little bit here, but that's fine with me because I do like my roster. I think I can hold off a little bit on quarterbacks still. So I'm going to go for big point, like guys that have high upside on, I feel like, this year. I think David Montgomery's going to be good this year.
It's going to be a goal line back. And you're guaranteed at least 11 games from him.
I felt like he wouldn't be there at 7-10. I do need to get another wide receiver. There is a guy I'm very high on this year that's going like in these rounds that I like. Again, another guy that won't be there, especially since we're auto drafting as well. I'm going to Xavier Worthy. I think, especially with Rasheed Rice being up in the air.
Xavier Worthy went off.
He went
at
off
the end of the year.
So I mean, I'm hopeful that
Rasheed Rice is coming back.
I'm hopeful since he went off at the end of the year. That means he built the rapport up with Patty.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of banking off that. And again, you are my wide receiver 3. So once you get past wide receiver 3, it's really just buy guys at that point. They're not really guys you're.
So there is Pat Mahomes sitting there, which that's what I'm thinking about right now. Between Pat Mahomes, which I don't think he has a down year like he had last year. I think he has something to prove. And if he does have a down year again, there's a problem.
Yeah, there's a problem in Kansas City.
No. Sam Laporta, TJ Hawkinson. This is kind of around the round. I want to aim for a solid tight end.
Yeah.
And if I can't get a solid tight end, then maybe later I aim for was it TJ Warren? or Loveland.
Well, you already know who I'm high on for late tight end picks.
Oh
anyway.
yeah, I know who you're high on.
I'm the type this year. I'm gonna be honest, chat. Unless I'm get a premium guy,
I'm gonna go Pat
Yeah.
Mahomes. Let me get a solid quarterback.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not big on drafting the tight end early this year. That's just me personally. I feel like there's a lot of. I guess from I learned from our league last year when I drafted high and I cut them after week 1, and then all them guys I got on the bye between the Goddard, the Ottens, the Crafts. I had more success by just picking guys up off the waiver than just drafting a guy early.
I mean, the league winner had George Kittle and Travis Kelce, and I think that's the reason he won.
Yeah. Well, who do you get? Travis Hunter. Dude, I don't get this. I know you're high on getting him late.
I like
not
Travis
late, but around
Hunter
these rounds.
value wise. I like Travis Hunter.
I'm not high on it, man.
Because I'm not aiming for Brian Thomas Jr.
I'm not aiming for Brian Thomas Jr. either. But again, I mean, Brian Thomas Jr. also too is felt far.
Travis Kelce, T.J. Hawkinson, R.J. Harvey.
See, I wanted Henderson. I forgot all about Henderson being there. Crap.
All right, so
that's who I like. Henderson too. That's a shame.
I'm just gonna take Caleb Johnson.
See, that's who I'm
very high on Caleb Johnson.
Baker's out now.
At this point, for running backs, I have 4 running backs. I'm pretty solid for like the rest of this draft. When it comes to running backs, I need really tight ends. There's a lot of good tight ends, and I think Warren is going to be the next like Brock Bowers type guy.
Yeah.
Brock Bowers, Sam Laporta guy.
You know what?
But I think I'm pretty solid on running back. Genty, Henry, Williams, and Johnson. That is a solid core.
It might be early, but again, with this doing an auto draft, it's going to be a little tricky. I feel like I got to get a quarterback here.
I know who you're going for.
Which one?
Bo Nix.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. Bo Nix was my thought, but I'm probably gonna go
Jared Goff.
I
like Jared Goff fantasy wise because
yeah.
Any given week he can put up like 40 points.
Yeah, so I'm big on Jared Goff this year. Fantasy wise, shit, that really screwed me up. I was really hoping, and again, I think part of it's because we're auto drafting. I don't think this would draft this way, but I was really hoping either Harvey or Henderson or Johnson was going to fall to me. Which in most of the drafts I've done that have been auto, they are falling to me in this round late if I want to. But again, it's just, and you know what? I'm gonna go. Let's see with my next pick. Problem is, this is a weird spot here now. You start getting here because a lot of these guys, are you're kind of gambling on. You know, there's nobody I'm crazy about. You know who I am actually going to take here? Go Jordan Addison. I'm high on Jordan Addison, especially since JJ got a little nicked up in training camp. After he did a lot of crying last year, and I get he was crying, he did see his production go up more. And I think that was part of the success of Minnesota last year. I think I don't think if Jordan Addison doesn't take that step up in production, I don't think you go 14-2?
Yeah.
Or 15-2, wherever it was they went last year.
So here in round, 8? I feel like he's not going to be there when it comes around to me, just because of how the auto draft is. I'm going to have to take Tyler Warren. I think he's going to have a great monster year as a tight end. He's the only weapon in Indy right now.
Yeah.
Depending on what his quarterback's going to do.
Hey, so you think Austin's watching the stream? You think he's going to pick up Kittle now that he heard the whole reference of Kelce and Kittle?
Kittle was already picked up.
Is he already picked up?
Yeah, he's on Team 9.
He's on Team 9. Oh, yeah, auto draft, yeah.
No, but Austin is kind of drafting like it's 2021. CMC, Jonathan Taylor. I just don't. I don't think he's healthy. I don't believe it.
Dude, my thing is this: if CMC is sitting there late somehow in the third round, I'm taking a stab on him. Calvin Ridley.
That was my next pick.
Yeah,
I like the Calvin Ridley pick, and it's because he is the wide receiver 1 in Tennessee, and him and Cam Ward are having a great connection in camp.
Okay, I'm not crazy about Calvin Ridley, but that's just me. I am really pissed that we're auto drafting some of these picks. We can't do like a true one because I do not think Henderson and all them guys would have went that early, and I think I would have got them. my team would be loaded if that's the case. I'll be honest. I'm happy, dude.
Jerry Jeudy.
Always your pick, yeah.
Chris Olave. Chris Olave is a bum, dude.
Yeah, go pick Chris Olave.
All right. So I think right here, I got Tyler Warren.
Mm-hmm. I know what you're gonna pick.
I'm gonna have to go double tight end.
I already know which tight end you're picking too.
And it's gonna be Ravens tight end Mark Andrews. Hey, you get is a tight end leading in touchdowns last year with 11, and he had the first 4 weeks were bad, and then after that he turned it up. Like, I like Likely a lot more. I wish Likely was the starting tight end, but it's obviously Mark Andrews, so I'm just gonna have to go with what they're rocking with.
Okay, so I'm gonna go a little crazy on this one. I'm gonna be honest. I think he won't be here by pick 11, 10, and I think this is gonna be high value if he pans out where he's at. I'm gonna go Stephon Diggs in New England. They said he's looking great. They said he's looking great in minicamp. He still is a big name.
He could be something like he could be a guaranteed 10 points a game.
And I'm gonna be honest, let's just keep adding more and more to skill position. Let's go Tracy for New York Giants.
So now Cameron Tracy, especially now that Scadaboo's hurt.
Yeah, but look at my lineup for right now. I got A-Chain, Bucky Irving, David Montgomery, and Tracy. All 4 of my running backs. 2 are elite value, I think, and 2 are very, very good value.
Yeah,
as bye week guys.
All right, now here. So I like the 49ers wide receivers.
Yeah, you know.
Juwan Jennings.
You love him.
And Ricky Pearsall.
What about Brandon Ayuk?
Brandon Ayuk's a bum. He probably shouldn't even be playing in the NFL anymore.
Yeah.
Juwan Jennings, literally, when he goes into a game, he puts up 40 fantasy points no matter what. Makes crazy catches. The only thing is he wasn't the starter. Now he's the starter. Ricky Pearsall's the starter. Ricky Pearsall didn't really do much last year because of his injury and the incident he was in. Either one of them could break out, but because I've seen Juwan Jennings break out, I think that's the pick.
Pearsall had a great end of the year, though.
Yeah, it was okay.
I thought, again, from my remembering, I really thought he had a great end of the year. And chat, real quick, you guys see how I am not picking up a tight end yet. There is so much value in tight ends this year, in my personal opinion. I feel like I can get the value late. That's going to be somewhat like, for example, and no knock on your pick, right? But Mark Andrews is a double-digit guy, right?
Yeah.
You know who's also a double-digit guy every year? Pat Fryermuth.
You got Jonnu Smith is there, right?
I get all that, but you have guys like that, and then you have guys like I like Jake Ferguson a lot. I think he's going to be a good pick this year with Pickens being there. I think there's going to be a lot of free space.
A good tight end.
Who do you pick?
Josh Downs.
Josh Downs. I like Josh Downs, not this early though.
I like Josh Downs, but not his quarterback.
Yeah, his quarterback.
Not going to see. Josh Downs is not getting the ball.
Question to you: so does Josh Downs have a better year with Anthony Richardson or Daniel Jones if you had to pick?
Probably Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones. Did you see that clip of him at camp? He looks like a tank.
Yeah, he looks pretty good in the camp.
No, but like in his press conference, he looked like pause. Like he looked.
Does that get you hot?
No.
Get you
he looked little. He looked like he put on some gym gear this year.
You were looking at his and we're just like
Zach Charbonnet.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick late. I like Charbonnet. He obviously broke out last year when Kenneth Walker was gone, and they're saying in camp right now he's competing for the number 1 spot.
Yeah.
So,
see, that sucks for me because I got Kenneth Walker in my 1 league. And I traded. Well, I mean, did I tell you what I traded for Kenneth Walker? I traded for Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker. I traded Brandon Ayuk. I figured that was a good. These already had at receivers. I had Mike Evans, Garrett Wilson, and Jordan Addison. So I was like, Brandon Ayuk sucks. I hate Brandon Ayuk.
All right, so here I have Pat Mahomes as a quarterback. I always like to double up on quarterback.
Yep.
I like to double up on tight end. I like to double up on defense. So here I'm going to go with a safe bet in Justin Herbert. I think that's a good pick at this round 11. He's good for the bye, and he's good any given Sunday, really.
So I'm kind of in a position now where it's like I'm in a tough spot. I mean, not a tough spot. Like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna double up on quarterback. I am high on Dak Prescott this year. I think he's gonna have a great year with the weapons he has. And I'm gonna do one more skill position, and then I'm on my tight end defense. Actually, you know what? Nah, I probably need to go tight end. So let's go. I probably need another tight end. All right. How many wide receivers I have? But there's a wide receiver I like a lot here, though. You know what? I'll do some. If we're drafting, I'm probably only going to draft one tight end, and I'll probably cut someone after I draft to get another tight end because there's a lot of tight ends I like out there still. But there's a guy I can't pass up on here at what 12-1. I think he's going to have a monster year. Let's go Keon Coleman for the Bills. I think Keon Coleman late in the draft is high upside, especially now that Shakir is a little banged up.
Yeah.
And Keon Coleman showed his athleticism of why he got drafted, and they moved to get him last year. In different games last year, I thought, before he had a little bit of an injury bug. So I am high on Keon Coleman this year too. And I have what? 6 wide receivers? 5? Yeah, 6. So one of them will get cut. Whoever is the lowest performing, which might be Diggs, because that was a little bit of a reach there. I kind of regret that one already. But I've been hearing great things about Diggs in minicamp.
Yeah. So between rounds 10 and 13, I kind of like that's where I like to try and get my defense, at least a top 5 good defense. I'm not going to pick the Ravens because that's probably who I would pick, because on paper, I think they have the best defense all around.
Leave him for Austin.
Okay. Yeah.
Austin, pick the Ravens with one of your next picks.
But I'm going to go with the Vikings. I think the Vikings defense is better than last year's, and last year they were top 5. They beefed up the D-line. They filled all the holes they needed to fill. I think the Vikings defense is going to be nasty, and probably nasty enough to carry J.J. McCarthy.
It's not a bad pick late. They're saying, especially with even though dude, I'm a big Tank Dell fan, man, but dude, he has the worst luck. But he's having the worst luck. Like, they're not injuries because it's like all injuries are unlucky in a sense, right? But it's like some of his though have been really unlucky.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And also too, Houston doesn't know how to use him properly. I don't like that for San Francisco.
I like the Garando pick.
I like J.K. Dobbins
because he has CMC as that handcuff in case anything happens.
Hey, real quick,
Trey Harris gone off the board. That was my next pick.
Real quick, chat. You guys saw also because we're auto drafting. I mean, bot drafting here. I am high on J.K. Dobbins in late rounds this year. I think he's gonna have a Ricard White kind of in am I pronouncing his name right? Ricard White,
Rashad White,
or Ricard White, whichever one it is. In Tampa Bay, I think he's gonna have a similar impact. And what I mean by that is, like, even with Bucky Irving, I am a big Bucky guy. When Bucky Irving and Ricard White is playing, White still averages double digits almost, even though they're low double digits. But as a bye week running back, I am ecstatic about a running back that can give me 10 points on a bye week.
So here on this pick, I'm gonna go off of your Stephon Diggs pick.
Okay.
Obviously, I believed Stephon Diggs was a distraction pick for the Texans. There's cornerback ones on him, even though they had Nico and Tank. But that's why Nico and Tank got the production they got. I'm gonna go Kyle Williams, rookie.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why I picked.
He's doing good in camp. Stephon Diggs is there, which means all eyes will be on Diggs. Everybody thinks Diggs is the number one until the rookie proves himself. This is late in the draft, 13th round. I already have my starting wide receivers. Why not take the gamble?
Okay, all right, chat. Like I said, there is a guy that I am huge on this year for tight ends. And I know Dave is not going to pick him unless he tries to pick him just out of spite. But again, that's why I'm going to wait until the last round to get my tight end, because I think it's going to be great value. So I want to boost up my kicking. Jake Bates, Detroit Lions kicker.
I think he's going to be the best kicker.
I think if you can get him
to score a lot, you can get guaranteed 5 to 10 points every week.
If you can get Jake Bates like in the last 3 rounds of the draft, that's who I want as my kicker, because even if he misses field goals or extra points this year, he will always be having attempts because of their offense. So now I'm gonna go to defense because again, I am high on the tight end this year that a lot of people are not high on. And there's still a lot of, even if my guy's not there, I'm not mad at it. There's other guys. So let me take the Eagles defense. Again, I feel like I kind of had to there. I could have gone Eagles or Ravens or even the Steelers. I think Steelers going to have a really good defense this year. I don't know how they're translating fantasy-wise, but I don't think they're going to give up a lot of points.
So I'm going to go the same route as you with kicker. You went Jake Bates. They're scoring.
Yep.
I'm going to go with Tampa Bay's kicker.
Okay. I would have thought
Chase McLaughlin. I mean, there's a lot of kickers I like. I like Cam Dicker for the Chargers. I like Carl. I really like Dan Carlson. I really think because even though they don't have explosiveness on the offense to put him in like position and stuff like that, there's been years where the Raiders have nothing and he's still the number one kicker every year for fantasy. But I'm gonna go Chase McLaughlin. It's set up the same way. He can get guaranteed 5 to 10 points every week.
Chat. So real quick, I gave you guys the blueprint of a great fantasy draft at 10, right? Except for Stephon Diggs. The more I'm looking at that Stephon Diggs pick now, I think because of the auto draft, I love Tyler Loop too. Also,
he's been doing good
for fantasy this year. But I think I got nervous because of the auto draft. I would probably have not drafted Diggs there if I wasn't kind of drafting. I started drafting based off the auto draft a little bit there, which I shouldn't have done.
All right, last pick. I know who you want.
You gonna take him?
No, he'll be there.
I know he'll be there. Thank you.
There's a couple people I like. I like Rashid Shaheed. He's better than Olave.
For New Orleans,
more explosive. And the only thing that sucks, he got hurt, but Olave got hurt too last year. I think the whole Saints team as a whole was just not there.
So why are you picking him?
I'm not picking him. Or I can pick him because Derek Carr's gone. There's nothing holding him back. We got Rashad White. It's a good handcuff for Bucky Irving. You have Bucky Irving, so I don't have him. There's no reason for me to get him.
But you agree he's a good handcuff, though. Yeah. And then also he's a good buy guy too to have if you don't have Bucky Irving.
Yeah. I think I'm going to get dig way deep. Dante Thornton. 6'3", 4.0, 40-yard. And he has great hands.
Who?
Dante Thornton.
Who's he with again?
He's with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Okay. I'm not mad at it because all he's competing against receiver-wise is Myers.
And Beck.
But I'm not really competing against Beck.
Last pick of the draft. Bite the bullet.
All right, chat. I got the last pick, and there's so many tight ends I love left. But there's one that I am extremely, extremely high on. Extremely. And he's so far down to tight end depth. So I might be either a genius or I could be an idiot. I am going to go. Where are we at now? I'm going to go with the Tennessee Titans tight end. Why? Let me real quick tell him why real quick, David. First off and foremost, he is receiving 60% of the targets from his quarterback in training camp, which is usually normal because of a rookie, right? But let's go over his fantasy stats over the last, let's say, 2 years. 2024, right? Where are we at right here? Why is this not showing us? Why is it not showing the points? Hold on, chat. Give me one quick moment.
The points for Chig?
Yeah, let me go.
I got you.
No, because your whatever bullshit point setup you had there is not correct. You had something crazy.
What, for last year?
No, for what I was just looking at for the mock draft just now.
No, it's normal. It's standard.
No.
What do you mean? No, it's standard.
It wasn't showing the points. It wasn't showing the points.
The points right here.
That's not
have them now.
Yeah, here we go. So he has double-digit moments multiple times last year with mediocrity at quarterback.
Yep.
The year prior, he has high single digits, double digits with mediocrity at quarterback. I think he is going to be a monster this year. I am very high on him this year, especially as a last pick in the draft. And chat, guess what? Last year when I played fantasy, I pretty much ran my tight ends off the waiver wire. So even if he doesn't pan out, there's always going to be another quality tight end out there that you can pick up.
Let's look at those quality tight ends. We got Goddard.
Goddard
Isaiah
quality.
Likely,
Ertz.
Zach Ertz.
Yes.
Hunter Henry.
I'm not worried about not Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry?
I'm not afraid about Hunter
He was
Henry.
good last year.
That's
your guy.
Yeah, like in 2020.
That's your guy.
In 2020.
Austin's team did not cook.
Dude, Austin, real quick chat. Austin is saying that he has the best team. I do not think anywhere close Austin had the best team. I do think he did better than usual though.
Yeah.
But not like
I like the Chase Brown and Joe Burrow combo. That definitely gets you.
You mean Jamar Chase?
Oh yeah,
Jamar Chase.
Yeah, Jamar.
Same
Chase.
difference.
So continuing on the tight ends, Zach Ertz.
Zach Ertz, as long as he's healthy,
the wheels aren't falling off. So.
He is a top 5 to 10 fantasy tight end.
Brenton Strange. Now that Evan Ingram is not in Jacksonville anymore, he's in Denver. Oh, that's not a bad. That wouldn't be a bad pick. That's kind of a good late tight end to get. Pat Freiermuth, there's competition with him and Jonnu. I don't like it. I'm staying away. Mike Gesicki, there's competition between him and they just got a new tight end. Noah Fant.
Noah Fant?
Noah Fant is a Cincinnati Bengal now.
Wow. Noah Fant is actually – I really like Noah Fant too.
So I'm staying away from that.
That was a good move for Cincinnati.
Mason Taylor, rookie tight end for the Jets. I think he's going to pan out. Yeah. I think he's a good sneaky pick.
I drafted him as one of my dynasty picks in one of my league. Mason Taylor has a lot of upside to him.
Yeah, so does Elijah Arroyo, rookie tight end. I think he was the first tight end, not the first tight end, third tight end picked off of the board.
Where did you draft that?
Seattle.
Okay.
I think it's a great pick. Like, they don't have it. That's it. They got rid of Noah Fant.
Yeah.
So he's obviously the tight end one.
Yeah.
So if you are looking for tight ends, there's plenty of them.
Yeah. And one of the crazy things from a draft standpoint, the Cleveland Browns are probably arguably the worst team to draft in NFL history. Not just because of quarterback situation. They drafted a really, really good tight end.
Tight end situation.
No, they drafted a really good tight end too.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense because David Njoku, I know he's been a little bit injury up and down.
Yeah, but he's the guy.
Yeah,
he's the
so
guy.
I mean, why
especially if Flacco is starting?
Yeah,
he's the guy.
Yeah, why even waste a pick on him? But dude, that tight end they picked up in college, dude, he was a monster.
Yeah.
So
we got Dalton Schultz still. He's not a bad pick.
No, he screwed me last year. Fuck Dalton Schultz.
I do like Terrence Ferguson, tight end rookie for the Los Angeles Rams. And here I'm gonna tell you why. Tyler Higbee's not the guy.
No.
So I think Ferguson comes up. Matthew Stafford is slinging the ball, so obviously he's going to sling it 50 attempts a game. Ferguson has to get something, right?
Yeah.
Darren Waller came back out of retirement.
No, stay away from Darren Waller.
Plays for Miami.
He already got put on the pup
list,
not there. I think, dude. Didn't he?
Huh?
Didn't he already get put on the pup list or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why even waste it? Yeah. What is he doing? Does he seriously want to play football or did he run out of money?
It says he's not in football shape yet.
Yeah. But did he
run out of money? Yeah. His rap career didn't take off.
Yeah.
Theo Johnson, tight end for the New York Giants. He's not a bad pick.
Mm-hmm.
I had high hopes on him last year, but they didn't use him. The Giants as a whole organization really didn't use anybody besides Malik Neighbors for some reason. Even Tyron Tracy wasn't used that well because they kept splitting snaps with him and Devin Singletary.
At the beginning, but they went away from Singletary.
Now he's still getting reps.
Singletary did not look terrible before he got hurt because I had him last year. He didn't look bad before he got hurt.
Now he's back to getting reps. I don't believe that. Tyler Conklin, he plays for the Chargers now. He's always a good buy pickup if you need a tight end.
I like he was another one of the guys I got as a buy last year.
Put it this way: there's a lot of tight ends on the board.
Is the Tampa tight end still out there or no? Is it
Cade Otton's out there?
Yeah, Cade Otton is a good.
Yeah, he's a good tight end when Godwin's not there, Mike Evans isn't there. He's kind of the only guy there.
Yeah.
But now they got the rookie wide receiver I like, Mbuka. I think that's how you say his name.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to take over for Godwin. I think Godwin's done.
Yeah.
He's injured too much.
I mean, they just paid him to, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy thing is, hear me out. Tampa is full on ready to pay Godwin when he's injured, but Washington can't pay Terry McLaurin.
No.
They don't want to pay Terry.
Mm-mm.
That's crazy to me.
There has to be more to it.
Yeah.
There has to be more to it. Maybe it's his locker room presence. It could be anything, honestly.
But
there has to be way more to it.
But all right, chat. We're not ending the stream, but we are going to probably get off of the fantasy and start talking some regular football. Yeah, I thought I drafted well. I'm gonna be honest before we go off too much on regular football, just stay on fantasy for a minute too. I am super high on. I can't remember if I said this on the stream or if I just said it to you. The picks I want this year is either the first overall, the second overall, the 9th, or 10th. I feel like, and don't take this the wrong way, I feel like if you want the 5, 6, or 7, that's because you don't have an idea of what you're doing. Because you're
5,
worried.
6, or 7. I think those are the worst picks, only because you can't really stack like that. I drafted from the 7th because that's what I did last year.
Yeah,
trying to see. Obviously, I did way better in a mock draft than I did in my fantasy draft last year because I went. I think in the 7, Jamar Chase was there.
Yeah,
I picked him up, and then in the 3rd round, I ended up picking up Chris Olave, and that's when my team went down.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, and again, no offense to people that like drafting that area, I feel like people do it because they don't know what to do when they have to go a full round without picking, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like when you're first, that means you're waiting for 19 more picks to happen before you draft again.
Yeah.
And I think it's because people don't know like how to manage that, if that makes sense. I feel like if you want 4 or 5 or 6, it's because you're kind of a little bit not sure. And I feel like if you have a game plan going in, you want to be either the first 2 picks or the last 2 picks.
I like the 4 spot. I don't mind. I've always liked the 4 spot for fantasy.
Yeah, I'm not high on it this year. I'm usually always in the middle of the pack. But this year I'm very high on because I think a lot of people are wide receiver heavy. And I feel like if I'm at 4 or 5 or 6, I'm going to be forced to take a wide receiver almost.
Yeah.
If Bijan and Gibbs are gone or Saquon for some reason, if they're gone, and I'm like, say if I'm at 6 or 7, I feel like I'm going to be forced to take a wide receiver because anything else would be reaching at that point.
Yeah.
And I don't like reaching if I don't have to early in the rounds.
I agree.
Yeah. So that's just my takes on that. So let's go on some football. I brought it up a little bit. Let's talk about Terry McLaurin.
All right.
What Washington? Do you guys want to get better or do you guys want to get worse? Which one is it? Because
I don't think they know what they want to do.
It's like Terry McLaurin, has been the heartbeat of that team for all them years before JD5 got there. That's the only reason why people thought of Washington was because of Terry McLaurin. They showed stats-wise. Terry McLaurin, JD5 plays his best when targeting Terry McLaurin. Like his QBR drops from like a 110 to a 90 when he's targeting anyone else but Terry McLaurin. So why would you not want to target Terry McLaurin? Again, why not pay him? I don't understand it.
Is the touchdown leader? His yards weren't the greatest. He barely got 1,000.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much been his consistent role is at that 1,000-yard mark, which is what you want from a wide receiver. His targets went up. Obviously, his touchdowns went up. I think he had double-digit touchdowns for the first time with like 14.
Dude, no, he had 13 touchdowns and almost 1,100 yards off of 82 receptions. He was 4 yards short from 1,100.
Yeah, he had like 20 more catches than last year.
Yeah.
But
he only had 3 more catches from last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he went up an extra 100 yards.
All right. Well, Terry McLaurin's also a wide receiver that can play with any quarterback.
Yep.
Kind of like that D-Hop, Devontae Adams, like style receiver. Like I could put him in that category, and he can play with any quarterback.
Dude, 13 touchdowns though. That is insane.
Yeah, let's talk about landing spots. Obviously the Commanders are having trouble, and they don't want to have talks at all about having a contract, from what we know. Yeah, they don't want to because
I think part of it too is like the contract won't kick in until he's 31.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know then.
Then that's gonna be tight. I mean, I have a couple buddies at work that are Washington fans, and that's what one of them was telling me. He's already under contract until he's at the age of 31.
Yeah. So I got one team in mind that could possibly trade for him and pick him up. Would he want to go there? Probably not. Or he might want to go there because they're a young team. They can obviously make something splash if they received him, but it would be the New England Patriots. They have an up-and-coming quarterback in Drake May, which I'm not too high on. I liked him in college, but his last year in college I wasn't too fond of. And then when he went to the Patriots, I'm just not a big Drake May guy now.
Mm-hmm.
They hopefully have the running back one in Travion Henderson, which he's a dog. You got Stephon Diggs, Kyle Williams, rookie wide receiver. If you put Terry McLaurin in the mix, that could be potentially a three-headed monster.
Yeah.
And for Drake May, that's all more weapons, right? Yep. Their offensive line is revamped. Their defense is not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they had a really good defense last year. They have probably the best cornerback duo in the league. I think if Terry went to New England, he would help them take that next step into actually trying to get back into the wild card for the playoffs. I think that would be a good fit for him.
I can see that fit. My mindset went a little different. I think the Los Angeles Chargers.
They're one of my picks.
I think that's the best one. One from a cap space standpoint, I feel like you have to have a lot of cap space.
Well, New England does too. New England has plenty of cap space to pay.
But I mean, they were a playoff team last year. Regardless how I looked in the playoffs, I mean, they're a playoff team. I love Vrabel. I think he's a great head coach.
Yeah, I like him too.
I like Jim Harbaugh a lot more. I like Justin Herbert as a quarterback more than I like Drake May.
Yeah. No, obviously, yeah.
I like the running back situation in Chargers a lot better than New England. I like Henderson, but Amari Hampton. Amari Hampton is better. One. And then also two, there's second back. Let's go second back now. J.K. Dobbins versus Ramon Stevenson.
J.K. plays for Denver.
Who's your second back now?
Najee Harris.
Yeah, but he'll be fine. He all he gotta do is got hit in the eye with firework. He'll be okay. I still like Najee Harris a whole lot more than Stevenson because Najee Harris is still a 1,000-yard running back. I love their situation better. And honestly, they have their young receivers in Chargers, but the Chargers are better than young receivers.
So we got Ladd McConkey, Trey Harris.
And Ladd McConkey, Trey Harris. I'm not worried about Quentin Johnson.
Yeah, he sucks.
He would probably be a part of the deal in some way or form.
I feel like he would.
Quentin Johnson and some picks and maybe another player for Terry. I think that's a great deal.
Yeah.
And that fits their team so well too because Ladd McConkey is more so almost like that slot receiver almost.
Yeah.
That likes to play short. And now you have an over the top guy.
Yep.
And then Trey Harris is supposed to be a dog.
Yeah,
he can play anywhere else.
Yep, he can do anything.
So honestly, I just thought about that off the rip because I didn't know we were talking landing spots right off the bat. But I think in my mind, just quick thoughts on things. I think Scary Terry best fit is the Chargers.
That's a pretty good fit. I still I don't have them in order. I mean, obviously I have them numbered order.
Yeah,
but their Chargers are one of my picks. Now another pick I have, which would be completely nasty, I think, would be the Cardinals.
I saw you skipped your number 2 pick though. On your list.
I'm still going. I'm gonna go through the whole thing.
Yeah,
but the Cardinals would be nasty.
Well, yeah, paired with Marvin Harrison Jr. Yeah,
that would just be a nasty duo.
But again, the thing with that, right, is does Marvin Harrison want to go there? I mean, not Marvin Harrison.
That's the thing. I don't think Terry would want to go to Arizona. Who wants to go to Arizona?
But who wants to leave a playoff situation for a non-playoff situation?
Yeah, no, I understand. I just think 2 big names.
Yeah,
he could teach Marvin Harrison how to. I know Marvin Harrison Jr. had he was high up in ranks for separation last year, so I feel like he could help him more with that, and he'd help build Marvin Harrison as a better wide receiver.
Yeah, I am not crazy about that one. I get what you're saying. I also do not like the quarterback situation.
Yeah, I'm not big on Kyler Murray. He was healthier last year, but he's once Call of Duty releases, you can't count on him. Yeah. All right, so you got another pick?
Off the top of the hand, if I really had to pick one, up and coming team, the Raiders. I like it. I'll be honest. That might give him that push to make the playoff run. Kind of.
That
If
could give him
Genti
that
ends
push,
up,
because that would solid wide receiver one.
yeah, and then if Genti is that guy like they're saying he's going to be, and we already know Bowers is the next coming tight end young, and then that would make Jacoby Myers a number 2, which would be a great number 2. He would be, in my mind, that would move him as one of the top 5 number 2s almost in the league, maybe.
Yeah, I think he's a good number 2 wide receiver. He did good as the number 1.
Yeah, so
late in the year, he did pretty good. I like Jacoby Myers. I don't think he's a bad wide receiver.
And then the other thing too is I love situations where I feel like there's cap space, and with the Raiders, there got to be cap space though. You're not paying that much to Geno Smith.
Yeah.
And all your other offensive skill position guys are not being paid like that. Only person being paid is Max Crosby.
Oh yeah, he did get paid.
Yeah, Max Crosby got paid. That's the only payday. So you can afford to pay someone like Scary Terry, even if you're probably going to maybe possibly eat his last year. If it's a 3-year extension on top of 31, you'll probably eat it at the age of 34 or maybe even 33.
Yeah.
But also too, Scary Terry hasn't been in the league that long either. You remember he was a older receiver that came in.
I don't know. He's been in the league some years.
No, dude. I pulled up the stats earlier.
He's been in the league like 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years. He's 29 though.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 29. So when did he get drafted? In what, 23? At the age of 23?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's old for getting drafted. Especially at a wide receiver.
I think it's around the right age.
No, it's like 21 now. But I think he fits her perfectly, and I think from a cap space standpoint, I do think, and what they're doing there, I think that can help push the Raiders in a wild card contention.
Yeah,
even with how stacked the AFC is.
I don't dislike it. I think that would definitely help their case.
Yeah, I'm just thinking fit and also cost.
Yeah,
at the same time, like what teams can really afford them? Like say, hey, we can throw the bag at you for the extension, and also makes our team better and puts us in at least a playoff contention.
Yeah,
I think if you put them, not the backtrack, but the Chargers, and not lose Ladd and Harris, and only lose like Quentin Johnson and some picks, I think that puts them in AFC Championship contention.
Yeah,
but then Raiders, that puts them in playoff contention. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's tiers.
What about Denver?
Yeah.
From Austin, what about Denver?
You know, I was thinking Denver. I don't hate that fit either, but I feel like they're trying something different. I mean, you already got Sutton's already a little bit older.
I feel like that's just not Sean Payton's way.
Yeah, I just don't think that's
kind of like
team or what they want to do.
Sean Payton likes to draft his guys. We saw it in New Orleans. I don't think he wants to just pick up a free agent wide receiver.
Plus,
that's not something he does.
Plus, they got they got Mims. Who's supposed to?
I don't like Mims.
I know, but they want him to take the next step. But they got Pat.
Take the next step, and him taking the next step are two different things.
And they got Pat Bryant. He said,
"I like
great.
Pat.
I like him." They said he got Michael Thomas similarities.
Yeah, so he'll be a good route runner and for sure hands.
Yeah,
Cortland Sutton got paid.
Yeah, so I mean, again, but if their mindset is that they want Mims to succeed, right, and take that next step, right, and you think Pat Bryant has this expectation, it's like you're not going to eliminate Pat Bryant and Mims. You can't get rid of Sutton.
Yeah,
Beasley Payton. So I just don't think it would make sense from that standpoint with Denver.
There is one team I do think that would it probably wouldn't make a difference in how the playoffs would pan out because they've had a player like this before. Would be the Buffalo Bills. And they've had Stephon Diggs before.
Yeah.
Kind of very similar player.
Yeah.
If Terry McLaurin went there, he'd probably have more yards, around the same amount of touchdowns, maybe a little less.
He'd probably be slightly less.
And the same amount of targets. But I just don't get me wrong, it'd be Josh Allen, Scary Terry like combo. That's a nasty combo.
And then think about that even a step further.
They don't have a wide receiver one either.
And I'm a big Shakir number 2 fan. I like Shakir as a number 2. But he'll come back out. I don't think he's gonna be out of the year. Hammy? He'll be back at one point of the year. He won't be out that long. But again, I'm a big Keon Coleman guy. I think Keon Coleman can develop. If Shakir can come back healthy and Keon Coleman with Scary Terry, you have a great wide receiver room, I think.
I don't know.
I think you have arguably a great wide receiver.
I'm not a Shakir guy, so I don't know.
Dude, Shakir is good, dude.
He's not that good.
As a number 2?
As a number 2, maybe.
That's what I'm saying.
But he wouldn't be the number 2. He'd be the number 3.
All right, then at number 2, I'm in number 3. Then that's great.
Keon Coleman being number 2.
Yeah, then that's great. He'd be a great number 3 then.
But I'm just saying that, like,
Dude,
Terry McLaurin goes to the Bills. He still gets to the playoffs. I just don't think him being on the Bills makes a difference.
no, I would.
Like, that
I
doesn't
can agree
put
with
him
that.
in the Super Bowl.
But look at this right here, real quick. Okay, so Shakir's been in the league for 3
They
years.
wouldn't be able to pay him anyway.
Yeah, they couldn't afford him. That's why it wouldn't be a financial fit. But year 1, rookie year, 2022. Remember that was prime Stephon Diggs when they had that great year, and Gabe Davis. Shakir was going to get a lot of targets. He got 10. He got 10 receptions for 161 yards. So he averaged 16 yards a catch and 1 touchdown. Then year 2, 39 catches for 611 yards, 15.7 yards per catch, 2 touchdowns. Year 3 as a number 1, 76 receptions, 821 yards, slightly under 11 yards per catch, 4 touchdowns. So as a number 3, he would be a phenomenal number 3, or number 2, whichever one. If Keon does not take that jump like we think he's going to take, because I think Keon is going to take a jump this year. Maybe number 2, but still 800 yards for a number 2 is great too.
Yeah,
I mean,
we just pretty much ruled out Terry's not going there.
yeah, but I'm just saying that it would fit the offense. So I don't think it would not fit it, if that makes sense.
What about young up and coming team Tennessee Titans?
Again, you got a bunch of old guys at receivers now,
But they can afford them.
I know, but I mean, but again,
they have young. They drafted 3 wide receivers this year.
Well, what does Scary Terry do for the Titans? Does that put him in playoff contention this year?
It could possibly put them in playoff contention.
No.
Why? Who are they competing with? The Texans?
No.
Who can barely win their division?
No.
There's nobody else that are competition.
Maybe division standpoint, you might be right.
Division, they can get a home. They can get a home game.
They would have to win the division though.
Yeah, I think Cam Ward could do it.
I think Cam Ward.
I'm a big Cam Ward guy. You can hear it here first. I think he's going to be a playmaker. Next 2 years, he's going to be a top 7 quarterback.
I actually could buy that now, saying that that the Titans could make the playoffs just because.
So he's connecting with Chig, which is a young tight end.
Yeah,
he's playing with Calvin Ridley, and they're having a good connection. Calvin Ridley he's still a 1,000-yard wide receiver, but he's not like what he used to be with Atlanta. You bring Scary Terry there, and then you got the 3 wide receivers that are young that they just drafted.
Mm-hmm.
I think having Scary Terry and Ridley there to help teach them, develop them, and you don't have to keep Ridley. Throw him out after this year. You're keeping Terry because obviously he's the better wide receiver. And then you develop those other wide receivers. I think you build a line around Cam Ward, you could have a high-powered offense.
I could see that. And I didn't think of the division. So that's where I was at. I'm thinking more wild cards. But again, I could see that actually now. Because they could win the division.
And they can afford them.
Sucks. Yeah.
So, I mean, the Titans, they can afford them, and the ceiling is to the sky.
Yep. I can buy that. You know the team that you're thinking of that I think would be great? Again, because they don't have a wide receiver 1, but they're in the playoffs already every year. They're competitive. The Green Bay Packers.
Too many mouths to feed.
Nah, man. You get rid of
bunch of wide receiver 2s.
Yeah, you get rid of some of the wide receiver 2s. That's how you think you're getting the wide receiver 1.
That could help them. That could actually push Jordan Love to get the next step.
Yep,
and I do not like Jordan Love at quarterback. I think that was a mistake for Green Bay.
Yep, but again, that might push them to the next step. But look how competitive they are every year without a wide receiver 1, and that's the one thing.
9-8.
I mean, playoff. They always do well in the playoffs.
They've been to the playoffs in a couple of years.
You mean?
They went 9-8 the last 2 years.
The Packers went last year, didn't they?
Wow.
Did they miss the playoffs last year?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, they're competitive.
No,
they're not.
I thought they did. They went 9-8. I know that. Packers playoff history. There we go. They might have gone. I could be wrong. Yeah, they went last year.
Yeah,
and they went 2 years ago. 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
They went 2 years ago or last year as well.
2 years ago.
Okay. Well, I mean, again, they have a young team. I like Josh Jacobs a lot. You pair Josh Jacobs with Scary Terry, and then keep 2 of the number 2s. I definitely with LaFleur at head coach and that defense, they have a pretty solid defense. I think that
Oh no, it was last year. It was they played against Philly.
Yeah, so they went last 2 years then.
Yeah, they got beat up.
Yeah, that's
22-10.
They're 22-10. And again, why? They couldn't put points.
Yeah.
Big thing. Let's get a number one wide receiver in there. Let's see if Jordan Love is really that guy.
I'm gonna say it now. I don't believe Jordan Love is that guy. That's the next team I wanted to talk about.
The 49ers.
They need a wide receiver. They do. They do not have a wide receiver.
Can they afford him though?
Yeah,
they can. And then
I think they can afford him.
I like that. I like that fit too. Get rid of that bum Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah,
get rid
Brandon
of him.
Ayuk.
Actually, you were right, because I was thinking that yesterday too. Trade him in the trade, because you know what, JD5 and Brandon Ayuk like each other. They wanted to play with each other for some reason. So you're giving JD5 what he wants in a sense. He probably wants to keep Scary, but that would at least ease it a little bit over with JD5.
Yeah. And
then you give a better wide receiver to Purdy and the 49ers. Yep. And then if CMC comes back healthy and actually can perform with Kittle, with Pearsall, and if they re-sign Juwan Jennings, they can be right back in the mix from a playoff standpoint.
Yeah. You got CMC and Garendo there still.
Yeah. The defense is older, but again.
But their defense is always like good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm never counting out 49ers defense, no matter what year it is.
Yeah. So, I mean, I like the 49ers, actually. I'm going to be honest, the more I'm thinking about it now, they're still number 3 to me. I do like, well, honestly 4, because I do like, obviously, Chargers. I do like Raiders, and I'm high on Green Bay now I'm thinking about it. But again, that's 4, and I think that's a good fit too.
Yeah.
I think 49ers is a great fit.
Yeah, I think those are the only teams that actually fit Terry McLaurin, like
right off the rip, and can afford it, and situational, all that stuff.
Hold on 1 second.
You're good. But yeah, no, I'm excited. Chat real quick. What do you guys ready for football or what? We're right around the corner. I am super excited. Tired of no football. So so let's see. We got another one here. I'm glad you brought it up, because that's probably going to be our next topic now. The Micah Parsons drama.
Does he get traded?
No.
His manhood is good enough for Jerry Jones, so he's not getting traded.
Nah, he's not getting traded. Jerry Jones even came out and said, dude, this is a big part of negotiations.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones every year holds off and then gets screwed by paying over the market for players. And it's gonna be another one of them situations. They could have paid him sooner. They didn't. Now, what I think though, I do think that what's holding up negotiations a little bit is that Micah Parsons' agent wants him to be the highest non-paid quarterback, obviously, in NFL history.
Not happening.
Over who?
TJ Watt.
What do you mean?
Isn't he the highest paid?
Yeah, but they want to make him the highest. Well, no, TJ Watt hasn't got a new deal yet. Remember, he wants a deal.
No, he did get a deal.
He did get a deal?
Yeah.
What did he get paid? I must have missed it.
I don't know. He got paid, though.
But what I think is going on, though, I do think Micah's agent wants Micah to be the highest non-paid quarterback, but I also think it's not by $1 million. You know how, like, every time everybody's happy with by being the highest paid by just a little bit, it doesn't matter how much, just to have the title of being the highest paid. I think Micah and his agent wants more money to where
3 years, $123 million, 108 fully guaranteed.
Yeah, I think they want him to be the highest non-paid quarterback for a while.
Why? He don't deserve it.
I agree with you. I think he's a great player. I think he is top 3 to 5 in this position, but I don't think he's 1, 2, or 3 after the last 2 years. No. I have 3 guys above him.
Yeah, I have 3 guys above him. You got TJ Watt, Nick Bosa, Max Crosby.
Then I got and then 4 then because I got Myles Garrett as well.
Miles Garrett, yeah.
So
Like,
he's number 5.
yeah. He's just getting worse.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like he's getting better. He's getting worse.
I don't know if I would have Nick Bosa right now over Micah, personally.
Last year was a fall off, but the year prior, he was the number 1 defensive end.
I still would probably have Micah slightly above. So I'd still probably have Micah at 4 and then Bosa at 5. But that's just me. That's just me. That's not disrespectful. I think Bosa is coming towards the end.
No, not even close.
Yeah.
The whole team took a flop.
Yeah.
Once CMC went down, the entire team got an injury bug.
Yeah. No, he definitely does not get traded. And if he does, that'd be wild. I was talking to you about a trade proposal yesterday that the Ravens could send. I would love if I was the Ravens GM, I'd send Roquan.
No,
Andrews,
that's the brain.
Andrews and 2 first rounds for Micah.
He's the mic. You can't trade the mic.
I don't care.
Nah, you're tripping.
I don't care.
We're not trading Roquan Smith.
You got enough leaders
Not
on that
happening.
team. You got enough leaders on that defense that can kind of step up.
Roquan's the leader.
But you have other players that can step up.
No,
Yes.
no, you don't.
And also too, let's be real.
We got Starks. Why do we need Micah?
Would you rather have Micah or Starks?
Starks.
Okay.
Cheaper, younger, and has ceiling potential.
Okay.
To the moon.
All right. I don't agree, but I don't agree at all.
I think if Micah goes anywhere, it's going to be Philly. If he leaves the Cowboys, he's going to Philly. That's what
they're not going to trade him to Philly.
He doesn't have to be traded. He can request out. He gets cut, gets the money, goes to Philly, gets paid. He's at home. Eagles are his favorite football team.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
I don't think Philly. I really don't think they'll let that happen.
I don't know. Anything can happen.
No.
Saquon?
Yeah. Again. Yeah.
Why
yeah,
no?
You're right. You are right. Actually, that did happen. But you saw how terrible of a turn that was for the Giants.
Yeah.
So
now, does Saquon being on the
back.
Giants make a difference on the record? Hell no.
No, but just from the excitement from a fan base standpoint.
Yeah, they lost a lot of money.
Also, too, you don't know because with neighbors being there last year, they might have been a little bit more competitive.
OBJ was there with Saquon. They didn't do anything.
OBJ is not. OBJ's prime was still not as good as neighbors. I'm sorry. I will stand on that one. OBJ is arguably one of the most overrated in their prime wide receivers I've heard of over the years.
No. I mean,
I am not an OBJ guy. I really do not like OBJ, even when he was in his prime.
In his prime, you don't like OBJ.
No, I still don't like OBJ in his prime.
So in his prime, he was rookie of the year
Okay.
and second team All-Pro twice.
Okay.
His first 3 years, all right, he was averaging over 100 yards a game his rookie year.
Okay.
All right, that's overrated, right?
Yeah.
That's overrated to you.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he had one rookie year.
He only played 11 games his rookie year.
Why?
Why?
Did he get hurt, you think?
I'm not sure. I don't even know because he only started. He only played 12 and he only started 11. So,
yeah, he only played 12. So why did he?
I don't know.
Probably
I don't remember.
Probably because he's injured.
But 1,300 yards.
Yeah.
12 touchdowns.
Okay.
That's overrated, right?
Yeah, I think as his career wise, it's an overrated.
Yeah, the career wise, it doesn't look great. Yeah. But this is the first 3 year span. So
okay.
Malik Neighbors only in year 1, and he had a great year.
Yeah, I see.
Not as good as OBJ year,
again,
but he had a good year.
Again, I see a lot more from Neighbors than I do OBJ.
All right, year 2, 1,450. We jumped up in yards this time.
Okay.
13 touchdowns. We jumped up in touchdowns.
Yeah.
One more touchdown.
Yeah.
Only 96 yards per game because obviously he played more games.
Yeah.
Second team All-Pro.
Yeah.
Pro Bowl. I mean, Pro Bowl doesn't really matter. Year 3. Plays a full season. 1,300 yards.
Okay.
10 touchdowns.
Okay.
85 yards a game.
Okay.
In 2017, he was hurt. He only started 2 games, 302 yards, touchdowns. The potential was there. He got hurt. He was out. 2018, still recovering from injury, comes back, plays 12 games, over 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, and he had about 87 yards a game.
Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah. 2019.
And then he left the New York Giants.
Yeah. And then what happened?
Went to Cleveland, got 1,000 yards, played 15 games.
That's all she wrote.
4 touchdowns, yeah, and it just started going downhill after that.
Yeah. They talk about OBJ as if he's like an all-time. A lot of people talk about him like he's an all-time great.
Yeah, he's not
wide
all
receiver.
He's not all-time
He's not.
great, but
Neighbors has a lot more potential than OBJ.
yeah, his ceiling's definitely there.
So all I'm saying is Neighbors and Saquon, and then also too, you said Saquon was there with OBJ, right? Was that one of his injured years, or was that like were they ever healthy at the same time?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So I mean,
maybe the last year he was there.
Yeah, but to say like he was with OBJ and all this, I mean, it doesn't matter if both of them weren't healthy anyway.
Yeah, the Giants are the Giants.
Yeah, so
never going to be successful. The only reason they won anything is because of Eli Manning, and it wasn't even because of Eli Manning. It was more the defense was great. Coach was great too. I like their coach, but yeah, no, don't quote me on that. Eli Manning is not a good quarterback. There's a reason you don't have a fucking gold jacket.
Oh, we're quoting you.
No,
we're quoting.
There's a reason Eli Manning does not have a gold jacket.
Yeah.
All right, so Micah Parsons potentially go to the Eagles if he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, most likely, going to stay in Dallas.
Yeah,
there's no reason for him to leave. He might get paid the contract. Does he deserve it? No. Arguably, 4 other people better than him. Would he look good in black and purple? Yes. Do I want him here? Probably not, because of a money standpoint. The Ravens really can't afford it.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're going to restructure these. I know the big reason is Lamar's contract.
Yeah,
they're going to restructure
and
that.
They're working on an extension with him to restructure to get some more cap space.
Because his cap hit's going to be bad next year.
Yeah,
like I think is what, like 78 million or something like that. That's you can't do that. You gotta restructure.
I think by the year 2027, that's when everybody needs to be paid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, let's close off the show with one quick conversation then. If the Ravens do not win a Super Bowl this year, how much longer is their window open and why?
I think their window's open for as long as Lamar Jackson is playing Lamar Jackson football.
Okay.
Because we've seen him with nobody and we've seen him with weapons.
Yeah.
But so I don't think there's a window per se unless he goes down.
Well, I mean, Lamar for the most of his career has always had a top 5 defense. For the most part. I think they put up a stat or whatever. If they have a top 5 defense this year, Lamar's been in the league 8 or 9 years now.
Mm-hmm.
8, which one? I can't remember. But this would be his 5th year with a top 5 defense out of either 8 years or 9 years.
Yeah.
You're not going to sustain that every year. And we talk about pay. A lot of guys that need to get paid are more on the defense side.
Contract,
on the defense. So that's what I'm concerned about.
Further down the road, Starks, I believe he's going to be a dog.
Roquan's going to have to get re-upped again.
Roquan needs to get paid again.
Hamilton is going to have to get re-upped again.
Going to have to get paid again.
All these guys have to get paid, and a lot of it's on the defense, you know. And then my other question is, you're not going to find another Derrick Henry. It would be nice to find another Derrick Henry. So you're going to lose that 2,000-yard rusher at some point too. Then Bateman's going to have to get paid again. Then Zay's going to have to get paid. Likely's going to have to get paid. We have a lot of guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that this is going to be a hot take. He has to win one within the next 3 years. Or I think it's going to be very hard for him to win one.
Yeah. Like I said, as long as Lamar Jackson's healthy and plays Lamar Jackson football, it doesn't matter who's on the team. He's still going to be competing. Yeah, he's a playmaker.
So when you say Lamar Jackson football, you're talking about
playmaking football.
So what if
he's done?
Well, what if, like, say we get to like age 33, and obviously he's not going to be as mobile anymore. You know, athleticism, you can't avoid father time, obviously. And then you have 24, 25, 26-year-olds chasing after you too. So you're not going to be as mobile as you were before, right? If he's, again, is that considered Lamar Jackson style football? And what I mean by that is, if that comes to a time like that, are you more just as much faith as you have now? Or are you slightly like, you know what, we are going to need that top tier running back now? or we are going to need some top tier weapons.
I mean, we're sitting there talking about hypotheticals. Obviously, Lamar Jackson his rookie year. Would you think he would have panned out the way he has? Be honest.
No. I think it's a mixture of things.
But his game has changed.
Yeah, his game
completely.
has changed. Yeah, 100%. But again, you didn't see the crazy jump, like yards wise, until last year.
Yeah,
with the
because
addition,
his game has changed.
Yeah, and his touchdowns completely went.
Yeah.
Now again, you don't think Derrick Henry had no impact on that whatsoever?
I do believe Derrick Henry had.
So that's the
they
point.
Complement each other.
That's what I'm trying to make is that one, your defense is going to be kind of stripped in the next 3 years. Yeah. I don't think you're going to be able to pay everybody. So you're going to have to hit perfectly on drafting or free agency. Mm-hmm. Your offense is going to be completely different. You're not going to have a Derrick Henry anymore. I do believe if Bateman keeps playing the way he's playing, there's a high probability you don't have Zay and Bateman in 3 years. I think one of them are going to be gone. Yeah. And I think it's probably going to be Bateman.
Oh, yeah.
Which, again, Bateman's not great, but again, the connection and chemistry, you have to replace that. Andrews will be gone. Likely will have to get paid. Zay will have to get paid. The O-line is already horrendous. You can't, for some reason, they're getting beat like mercilessly at training camp already. Yeah. Now, that could be a testament of the Ravens' defense, but it also
could be Voorhees is having competition. He can't really keep up with the left guard competition.
Yeah.
Rosengarten's good.
Yeah, I like Rosengarten.
He's probably going to be the best right tackle in the league.
Yeah, I like Rosengarten.
He's the only guy that can hold Myles Garrett back.
Yeah.
Ronnie Stanley, we need a new left tackle.
Yeah.
I don't care. Fuck Ronnie Stanley.
Yeah.
Terrorist. Linderbaum's good. It's just our guards. We don't have solid guards.
Yeah. I feel like if you win it, it has to be in the next 3 years.
I don't disagree with the way he's playing right now. He should have one right now.
Yeah.
He's playing phenomenal football. Like last year should have been that. 2 years ago should have been back to back. Come on.
If they don't win this year, they are going to be the Dallas Cowboys of the AFC.
It seems like it's coming to that, and I'm not ready for that.
I'm not either. But again, it's like you can't. Even the year before that, that was the year Lamar got hurt, right?
Yeah.
You were still coming in that season as a top team. It's like every year you're coming in as either the favorite on paper,
yeah,
or the top contender, and you're not doing it, and you're not getting beat. That's the problem. You're beating yourself in the playoffs. Now, if you're coming in as a top contender every year and you're losing to another top contender, that's one thing. But when you're as a team,
it's just
making mistakes,
dumb mistakes,
and losing the games. It's
minuscule mistakes that cost championship runs.
Yes,
and
or just simply not playing your best football.
It's getting old,
and just simply not playing your best football from start to finish in the most important games.
Yeah,
it's everybody. And again, I've harped on Lamar on this pod some, because of his turnovers, but it's not just Lamar; it's the defense. To an extent. Nah, actually, I'll backtrack. I'm not as mad at the defense. It's secondary. But offensive skill positions aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. Last year, you saw the O-line. Derrick Henry was getting stuffed all first half. It wasn't Derrick Henry's fault. When you're getting hit before the line of scrimmage, that means there's an O-line issue. Yeah. Coaching, I think coaching, I put most of it on coaching because I think coaches do not have the players mentally prepared once the playoffs come. I think there's a lack of focusness when there's there, if that makes sense. And that's on the coach. That's not on Lamar. I get he's the leader of the team, but again, the coaching has some responsibility as a leader, and mentally getting your players prepared is more of a coach thing than a quarterback in my mind.
Yeah, no.
And that's where I feel the biggest issue is the mental preparedness for the players once the playoffs happen.
Go back to Lamar Jackson. If he, 33.
Yeah.
Digresses in athleticism. But every other year, he's changed the game. He's changed his game to adapt to be a better quarterback.
Yeah.
And I think he's just going to continue doing that. I don't think him at any age is going to be a bad thing.
No, I don't think it's gonna be a bad thing, but I think you're
Will he
probably
be less mobile? Yes, but will he try and perfect his passing game more like he has already?
Yeah.
Yes.
but I think your probability drops though. Of winning.
Obviously the probability drops.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And real quick before we go off too, what was your thoughts on Harbaugh's take this week of Lamar about being a historic passer and can throw it just as good as anyone else?
I saw. I mean, we saw it last year.
Yeah, I think
you saw the playmaking last year. If you watch, the Ravens were the second most watched team last year, behind the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So obviously, most of the country already knows all the plays that Lamar Jackson's made.
Yeah.
Like, ridiculous. You give him more than 3 seconds in the pocket, it was a touchdown 40 times.
Yep. I agree.
Like, you can't.
So, do you think there's a difference between being a historic passer and having a historic passing year? So, my question to you is, do you think out of all the all-time greats we've had in the league, he's a historic passer compared to everyone else?
A historic passer? No.
Yeah.
No, because you got Dan Marino, Drew Brees, Tom Brady,
Aaron Rodgers,
Peyton Manning. There's 5 right off the bat.
Right off the bat without thinking hard.
But I mean, if he continues in this trend, he can reach that.
He can reach it.
And the thing is, if I'm thinking the way, if Harbaugh is thinking the way I'm thinking it as, yes, he's a great passer. The last 2 years, he's been a phenomenal pocket passer. And him running around the pocket, have to throw on the run. He's the best throw on the run quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think any other quarterback in the league can do that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
In league history, I don't think any
throw
other
on a run?
Throw on the run the way he does and the way he makes plays.
You don't think
his playmaking?
You don't think Steve Young's up there?
Okay. His playmaking ability is just phenomenal.
He's at least top 3 in that.
Yeah,
at least top 3. I'd have to sit down and
he's the number one. Dual threat wise, he's the number one quarterback.
Dual threat or
throw on the run. That is
that's 2 different conversations.
No.
I'm with you. He's the best dual threat.
Wrong.
No, that's 2 different. Throwing on the run and dual threat are 2 separate things. But no, he is at least top 3. He could be 1. I'd have to sit down and really look at it. I think Steve Young's up there too. But this is also my other thing too. It's just like sometimes, again, I'm all for supporting your guy. Harbaugh gets too much with having to have takes in the media, because you saw it the year before talking about Lamar too. About how he's the greatest quarterback of all time.
I mean, everybody hypes their players up.
Yeah, but not the way Harbaugh does. It feels like it's always something every year.
What do you mean? Not the way Harbaugh does.
Yeah,
Dan Campbell does the same thing.
He says Jared Goff's the best quarterback of all time.
He said Jared Goff is a great quarterback, and he's glad he's
like
the only quarterback for him.
Greatest quarterback of all time. What coach ever comes out and
never said that Lamar Jackson's the greatest quarterback of all time? Like I said, 2 different things.
Yeah.
Remember? Wrong per usual.
Wrong per usual. I'm just saying, I feel like we pay too much. We try to be a hype team too much in the beginning of the year.
There's not hype about it. They're a top 3 team in the league.
Yeah, the top 3 team that chokes when it matters most every time.
That's fine. It's still a top 3 team.
That's all I'm saying. It's just that's where it goes back to the mental preparedness. I feel like Harbaugh has them mentally already at the Super Bowl, which he should be striving for a Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, I agree.
He's not. He has them too far ahead too early, if that makes sense. And that's why when the games matter most at the end of the year, the team crumbles.
It wouldn't matter if Harbaugh had them there or not, because as a team, if I'm on the Ravens, I know I'm this good.
Oh, I know I'm that good.
I'm like
the goal
one of the best teams.
The goal is to be, again, the Super Bowl is 100% the goal, and you should be expecting to go to the Super Bowl. But it's a mental preparedness that's not there once the playoffs happen, and that's falling on Harbaugh. That's falling on Harbaugh.
The 2019 Ravens and the 2023 Ravens were 2 of top 3 teams in Ravens history. We've only been around for 30 years.
Yeah.
And, obviously, number 1 is probably not. The 23 Ravens is probably number 1. Best Ravens team, even though they didn't win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They had a top 3 defense, I think they had the number 1 offense in the league. 2019, they had a great offense. Lamar won a unanimous MVP. Their defense was great, top 5 defense. 2000 Ravens, they had the best defense ever, no offense.
Yeah.
So team wise, Lamar Jackson's been on 2 of the top 3 teams in Ravens history.
Yeah.
You know you're this good.
Yeah.
You know that you can be in the Super Bowl. Why aren't you there? And I think it's like you said, whether Harbaugh has them in that mental state or not, they're in that mental state themselves because of how good they are.
Yeah. And I think it's a mixture of focusness and choking. The team chokes in the playoffs and they're not focused.
I think a lot of that playmaking, like you saw on the defense, like I remember watching Bills Ravens AFC divisional game, and a lot of the defense they played off coverage. They wouldn't press, and every time they pressed, what happened? They would lock the Bills up.
Yeah.
That's what you do. Dude, just do.
I'm with you. No. So again, we talked about this the other day too. Is like again, and I'm be honest. Let me backtrack a little bit. Not backtrack, but I'm more so on the Ravens offense choking in the playoffs than the defense. I know you have different takes on this, but no, the defense. And I'm gonna tell you why. And I can't.
Was dog shit. Dude.
So, and but we talked about this. Yeah, we talked about this.
Ass.
They kept the Bills at 6 points in the second half.
They were ass.
And guess what? And they allowed the Bills to 6 points in the second half, and the Chiefs at 0 points in the second half in 2020.
We're talking about
24. Well, I'm just saying, no, the defense in general, we're talking about choking in the playoffs as a team. Mm-hmm. The defense, when they played the top, who's the big 3 in the NFL? It's
the Chiefs, and
Patty, and Allen, and Lamar.
Yeah.
In no order, that's the big 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Ravens defense are holding the other 2 of the big 3, the 6 points in 2 seasons back-to-back in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And you still can't win. So I don't want to hear anything.
No, the defense sucks. Dude.
I don't want to hear about the turnovers, not getting enough turnovers in the playoffs. I don't want to hear any of that.
Nah, in that divisional game, Ravens defense was ass.
The Bills defense, did not create turnovers. Good. Go to the next one.
Yeah, like you were saying, they struggle in the first half and dominate the second half, but it's too late.
Yeah, it's too late. But what I'm saying is, even in that Bills game, the Bills did not create turnovers. The Ravens created turnovers offensively.
Yeah.
The Bills defense did nothing special to get turnovers.
Yeah.
Even in the Chiefs game, the Chiefs defense did nothing special to get turnovers.
Yeah.
So again, you can't be sitting there saying that like
no, they did. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. They punched the ball right out of Zay Flowers' hands. What are you talking about?
All right, that's one play. That's one play.
Yeah.
So they've had one defensive play against them in 2 playoff games against the big 3, and the Ravens defense has created 0. So it's really not that big of a gap.
Yeah, but last year,
let's not sit here and say
sucked.
The Bills' defense was worse. We went over this already.
Yeah, but the Ravens' defense was not good last year.
But we already went over the Bills' defense was
worse.
But
the Ravens' defense sucked last year.
Dude,
in that game, they sucked.
Were they not a top defense the last 10 games of the year?
In that game against the Bills, the Ravens' defense was ass. ASS.
Yeah, because
ass.
The Bills didn't take no chances because the Ravens' offense put them in great field positioning every time.
But the Ravens' defense was buns.
Yeah, because they weren't taking risks like any other teams would. With throwing the ball down. They didn't throw the ball downfield a lot because they didn't have to. Why was that?
But the Ravens defense sucked.
Okay. So so again, do you agree or disagree the Bills or Ravens had a worse defense last year? Who do you think was worse?
The Ravens had a worse defense last year.
No. The Ravens were a top defense the last 10 games of the year.
Yeah, you're not counting the whole season.
The Bills defense at one point was never a top defense. But
when they played the Bills in the playoffs, they sucked.
Yeah, what happened when they played them in the regular season?
They beat them down.
Defense beat them down.
Defense didn't beat them down.
Yes, they did.
They made a tackle Josh Allen a couple times, but they didn't like.
How many touchdowns did Josh Allen?
Setting the tone. Derrick Henry set the tone with that first play touchdown.
That's one play of 85.
That's the tone.
Yeah, that's the tone. But how many touchdowns did Josh Allen throw that game?
No,
0. That defense played great. The Bills defense gave up 100 points in 3 games. We talked about this already.
Yeah.
The Bills defense on third down was like 30th.
Just because the Bills defense sucks doesn't mean the Ravens defense doesn't suck.
Well, I'm saying the Bills defense was worse than the Ravens last year.
No.
Okay.
Worst secondary in the league last year.
Bills were 30th on third down and in the 20s for red zone.
That's fine.
That's terrible. They were bad in clutch time moments.
That's fine.
They were a lot worse.
But the Ravens defense in that playoff game was cheeks.
Oh my God! Here we go. Is every year? Ravens defense is not taking blame.
No. Last year, yeah, they get some blame. They were cheeks,
but they weren't as bad as
they were dookie shit.
They weren't as bad as they say you were.
Like you know how you get like a newborn baby and they have that first shit.
Yeah.
Like it's like green, and like nasty and runny. That's how bad their defense was in the playoff game.
Okay.
It was bad.
Dude, so, yeah. Like I said, the Ravens defense allowed 6 points in the second half against the Bills. That's good.
That's fine. It just means Josh Allen sucked and couldn't score.
Josh Allen only threw for 127 yards.
Ass. Dog
Yeah.
shit. It just means he doesn't belong on the same field. You put Trent Dilfer there and they're still winning.
Yeah, because the Ravens turned the ball over too
The
much.
Ravens defense was ass.
Ravens turned over the ball too much. You had 3 turnovers.
No, I agree the Ravens turned the ball over.
So, I mean,
I'm not disagreeing on that, but
Yeah.
I'm still saying the Ravens defense was not good that game.
I put more blame on the turnovers than the defense.
I put blame on turnovers, defense, coaching.
Turnovers, coaching, then defense. You are not putting that on the defense. I'm sorry. There's no way you're putting that. Dude, the quarterback threw for less than 130 yards. The defense did what they were supposed to do.
Nah, that just
And
means
kept
he
him-
sucks.
And kept him to 6 points.
That just means he was ass. He don't belong on the same turf.
I mean, you could say that, but that's the MVP.
So,
But-
so you got Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen's probably in that Joe Burrow tier now.
No, he's not.
Actually, no.
This
So
is
he's not in
correct.
that tier. Joe Burrow went up. So it's Lamar, Pat,
Dude,
Joe.
I'm not going to keep going over
Then
this.
you
with
got
I'm not going to keep going over this. with
who's
you.
possibly in with the Hurts tier
No, I'm not going to keep
because
going
they're
over this
both
with you.
1 yard warriors.
They're not 1 yard warriors, dude. Dude,
How many touchdowns from the 1 yard has? Josh
I get
Allen?
you. I get you. He has
How
plenty.
many 1 yard?
But it's
touchdowns
not. It's
does
not just
Hurts
that.
have?
It's not just that. Yeah, they probably have similar. I agree with you on
Uh-huh.
that. But again, you're not going to put Josh Allen below Lamar and Patty. There's no way.
Yeah,
Because it's the collective. I know you've said this before, that playoffs are a team sport, and then regular season is a quarterback stat to kind of help the narrative of playoff poor performances. Obviously, for a quarterback, I guarantee you, if Lamar's career was flipped and Lamar was phenomenal in the playoffs and terrible in the regular season, your idea would probably be flipped that the playoffs are a quarterback stat and regular season is a team stat. But at the end of the day, the playoffs matter too. Josh Allen outperforms
No, he's
historically
he got fucked
in the
up
play.
that
No, as a playoff career wise, has had a much better playoff career.
Yeah, when you stat pad,
You
you
know
have
what
to
I'm
play a shitty ass.
We already went over this. We
And
ran over
then
this.
you play against the Ravens and shit the bed
So,
completely,
all
and still get carried by your defense.
all I'm saying is this: you said Allen has no good teams that he's beaten in the playoffs, right? He's
He's,
beaten
he's
the
only
Ravens.
beaten one good team.
All right, how many good teams have the Ravens beat?
None.
None.
That's right.
Lamar Jackson almost has a break-even turnover touchdown ratio in the playoffs.
That's fine.
That's
I don't
not
have a problem
fine.
with that.
That's not fine.
I don't have
He's
a problem with
13 and 11.
I don't have a problem with that.
What do you mean?
I don't have
He's
a problem with that.
dude. He goes all year
Mhm.
playing perfect football,
Mhm.
and when the games matter most, what does he do?
Plays perfect football.
No, he does not. He turns over the ball twice. They pulled up a stat,
No,
right?
it's not
Out
his fault.
of the 8 games he's played in the playoffs, right?
Mhm.
4 out of 8, he's had multiple turnovers in.
Uh-huh.
That's not being clutch. I'm sorry.
No, he's clutch.
That's not clutch. That's not clutch. Chat. I want everybody's opinion on this one, right? I like Lamar a lot. He's a top 3
He
quarterback.
doesn't like
But is he clutch in the playoffs?
He does not.
Is
like
having
Lamar. I
multiple
promise you that.
turnovers in 50% of your games in the playoffs clutch? No, it's not.
More clutch than Allen.
No, he's not.
Allen stat pads.
No, he does
He
not.
plays
dude.
against plumbers.
Oh my
When you
god.
play against plumbers in the playoffs, you
Oh,
get stat pad.
oh my god.
So Josh Allen, when he played against a good team, guess what? He got the shit kicked out of him.
He
Still
didn't have.
won
He
because the
didn't have
defense
to.
carried.
He didn't have. Again, the other quarterback
He
kept
didn't
turning
have
the
to,
ball
or
over.
was he ass?
But the other quarter.
ASS.
So who turned the ball over more?
Josh Allen.
Lamar.
Josh Allen.
Lamar. 110%.
Josh Allen had.
So
how many turnovers does Josh Allen have career wise?
no, we're not talking about career right now. We're
How
talking
many
about
jo-
playoffs.
how many
We're talking about playoffs. We're talking
How
about
many
playoffs.
turnovers does Josh
He has
Allen
more
career-wise?
turnovers. Yeah, no, he's a
Ass.
high regular
Ass.
season. So what games matter most? Regular season award? You like participation awards, or you like playoff wins?
Oh, I want a Super
I
Bowl
like
ring. And
playoff
neither
wins.
of them have
And
Super Bowl
performing in
rings.
the playoffs.
I don't give a fuck about playoff wins.
You don't
I
care?
give a fuck about Super
So
Bowl.
how do you get to the Super Bowl?
You get there
By
by
how?
winning a game?
In what game? In what
Uh-huh.
games?
In
What
the
games do you
playoffs.
need to win? Playoff wins.
But you also
But you don't care about playoff
How do you
wins.
get the playoffs?
So in regular season,
Okay,
they get in
so
the,
you get there.
they're locked in the playoffs every year. Let's go
Okay,
over this.
So you get there, you get to
Let's
the
go over this
playoffs,
real quick.
and then you go to the Super Bowl.
So let's go over this.
If
real
you
quick.
don't go to the Super
I
Bowl,
just put it
doesn't
up.
matter.
Let's put it up real quick, right? In the playoffs, right? Because we're talking
Mhm.
about, we're not, again, at the end of the day, no one's winning Super Bowls consistently besides
Pat Mahomes.
Pat Mahomes.
Yep.
Right?
That's it.
Yeah. So let's go over real quick just Josh Allen playoff stats.
Yeah, stat pads.
No, he does not stat
We'll
pads.
go through
So
the pads.
101
Mhm.
passer rating,
Yep.
3,300 yards, 25 touchdowns, 4 interceptions in 13 games he's played.
Yeah, Lamar. If you flip them, Lamar would have those same stats.
No, he would
Yeah,
not.
he would. You're
No, he
playing
would
dog
not.
shit teams in the playoffs.
Oh my God. So Josh Allen
Mm-hmm.
is top 15, I think, in playoff passing touchdowns.
Okay, that's fine. Julian Edelman is a leader in receiving yards. Does he a gold jacket? Does he get a
will
gold
get
jacket?
He will get
Fuck
one.
no,
He
you're
will.
tripping dick.
So
You're smoking some good ganja right
we're
now.
talking about this
Jesus
at work, right?
Christ.
All Josh Allen does have to do to get in the top 10 all time in passing touchdowns next year, all he needs is 6 touchdowns.
If Julian Edelman gets into the Hall of Fame, I will pay one mortgage.
So hear me out. Hear me out. The only players above Josh Allen right now
Mm-hmm.
that are active players, right,
Mm-hmm.
with more passing touchdowns in the playoffs are Joe Flacco at 26 touchdowns, which is Joe Flacco got more than Lamar. Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, and Patrick Mahomes. He's not catching Patrick Mahomes. He's going to pass Joe Flacco. He's going to pass Russell Wilson. And he has 25. Aaron Rodgers has 45.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a good chance of, as long as they're in the playoffs every year, that he could catch 45, which would put him third all time in passing touchdowns in the playoffs. He performs in the moments.
How many Super Bowls has he been to?
So you sit here and you cry about the Ravens defense letting down Lamar, right?
Yeah.
The Bills defense is let down Allen much worse.
No. The last 2 heartbreak losses that Allen's had were both his fault. He threw. What happened to that whiff last year against the Chiefs? They were doing good. Why did he whiff the ball like that? Did he get rushed? Did they give him his kryptonite?
Yeah, something like that. Here, let me.
And then 2 years ago, he overthrew Gabe Davis. How do you do that?
Yeah, and then Stephon Diggs dropped the ball right in the 20-yard line.
Okay, but after that, he overthrew Gabe Davis.
Oh,
he didn't overthrow him. He threw it completely opposite side of the field. And Josh Allen's like, oh, that's my fault. No. He didn't know the play. He didn't know the playbook.
Okay, all right.
Come on,
dude. All right, so let's go over this real quick, right? And all them losses they've had, right? In the years that Josh Allen been there, right?
Yep.
So the Bills defense is allowed 38
I don't want to hear nothing about numbers.
No, because you guys cry about
replays.
Listen for a second. Listen to understand, okay? Because you guys cry about the Ravens defense about how bad they are, right? And
they were dog shit last year.
No. In the Chiefs game, they gave up 17.
No, they were good. I said
in the Bills game, they gave up 24. 24. So hear me out. In them games he lost to Kansas City, right? 38 points was allowed. 42, 27, 32. Guess what the offense put up in all the years? First year, not that great. 24 points, right? Which is the same amount that the Ravens put up last year, right? Okay, so same level as the Ravens last year. So 36 in that loss, 24 in the loss after that, and then 29. The offense is doing what they're supposed to do. Josh Allen's stats.
No. He's folded.
Josh Allen's stats against the Chiefs
can't clutch.
Are 11 touchdowns and 1 turnover. He has almost just as many touchdowns against the Chiefs than Lamar has against shitty teams in the playoffs.
So why isn't Josh Allen in the Super Bowl?
Because I just told you the defense is trash when they play.
Clutch.
Dude, they average 29 points a game giving up.
Okay. He is not good enough to be in the Super Bowl.
If you gave Josh Allen, with the way he plays against the Chiefs, right? A game where the defense did not let the Chiefs score for a whole half.
All hypothetical.
For the whole half. You just did a hypothetical that Lamar be just as successful with the Bills, which is a hypothetical, is it not?
I never said that. I had never said that.
We backtracked 5 minutes ago in the conversation.
That was never said.
You definitely said he would be just as successful.
Have either of them been in the Super Bowl?
No, don't backtrack. You said
have either of them
he would
been
be just as
the grandest stage of the
Who gives a shit? Because no one's going to Super Bowl except for Patty anyway.
Yeah, so that makes sense. I tell you.
If you're great, but you're saying the tiers below now, so now we have to grade off the players in them tiers below. Who has more success? Who's had more success further in the playoffs? Allen has had.
They've had the same amount.
No, he has not. He's been to more championship games.
It's the same amount of success. He has not been to a championship game. I don't see a Super Bowl appearance from the Bills.
No, AFC Championship. I'm talking about conference.
That's a playoff.
We're talking about further into the playoffs.
That's nothing.
So, okay, all right. So, if Josh Allen, I'm going to tell you right now, had 13 touchdowns, 11 turnovers, you would say Josh Allen's the most overrated player of all time.
No.
You would say that 110%. If that was any other quarterback, if that was Joe Burrow.
I only say that because of you.
No, and then also Joe Burrow is terrible too in the playoffs.
Because you have
Joe Burrow
a blow-up doll with Josh Allen's face on it in your attic.
No, The problem is, again, I like Allen. I like him as a quarterback. That's one of my
He
favorite
has
quarterbacks.
Allen jerseys.
But what I'm saying is the same
Bills
mistakes,
and college.
the same mistakes that Allen make are the same mistakes that Lamar makes in the playoffs, but Allen gets more blame than Lamar.
That's not how.
And then more positive. No, by you. You blame Allen more than Lamar. Oh, I forgot to do this real quick, chat. So I want to clip this too.
Mm-hmm.
So we are an unbiased podcast. But when we're talking about the Ravens, be ready to know that David's takes are always going to be biased.
That's right.
They won't be unbiased.
100%.
He will tell you they're unbiased. They're never going to be unbiased.
That's right.
But all I'm saying is in the playoffs, if you compare the two, one has been more successful than the other.
Never.
By a
Has
landslide.
not been more successful.
Joe Burrow.
How many Super
9
Bowls?
touchdowns to 4 turnovers.
How many Super Bowls
he's talked about
Josh
as the
Allen
elite
been
quarterback.
to? How many more Super Bowls has Josh Allen
I'm
been
saying
to more than Lamar?
Playoffs and Super Bowls are two different things. I'm talking
Nope,
just playoffs.
the
If
playoff is in the
you're
Super
not
Bowl
understanding what
in
I'm
the
saying,
playoffs.
David. You're not understanding what I'm saying. You're saying, look, no one's going to the Super Bowl besides Patty.
Okay.
And you're saying, all right, let's grade the tier below now. Now we have to grade off of not Super Bowl appearances because none of them have them, based off of everything else. Regular season and playoffs combined.
Yes.
They are both combined. It's not just, Lamar's great in the regular season, so that trumps everything he does bad in the playoffs.
Super Bowl, nothing matters.
But
Right?
we're talking about the tier below Patty and grading them. So how are you grading them? Just off of regular season success?
They have the same grade.
You just said he's below tier.
Who?
You said before he was in the Jalen Hurts tier below Lamar. You said Joe Burrow went up. You said that, dude.
No, I said Josh Allen came down.
You said Josh Allen went down. Joe Burrow went up. So that means that Josh Allen's a tier below Lamar.
Yes.
So how and why?
Well, from a playoff aspect, they have the same success. They've never been to a Super Bowl. So
how's Joe Burrow above Allen?
He's been to a bowl.
So then he's above Lamar.
No.
Why not?
Because Lamar's my guy.
Oh my God.
MVPs.
Your math is just like all over the place. The narrative changes all over the place.
That's my guy. I'm a rock with him.
The narrative changes all over the place. You can't be unbiased at all about this conversation.
Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are on the same level.
You just said they weren't.
If I'm being completely unbiased, there's no difference between them. They are on the same.
And I can agree with that.
There's no rank. They are right here.
I can agree with that.
Right there. They have the same amount of playoff success and everything. Stats don't fucking matter when it comes to wins and losses in the playoffs. They have the same amount of success. They've never been to a Super Bowl.
Josh Allen has more wins in the playoffs.
When have they been to a Super Bowl?
Josh Allen has more wins
How
in the playoffs.
many Super Bowls has Josh Allen been
But you just said they had the same success in the playoffs, right?
Yes.
Who has more wins in the playoffs?
It doesn't fucking matter.
Super Bowl. So that means Justin Herbert and Lamar had the same success in the playoffs.
Yes. Same success.
So they're the same.
They haven't been to the Super Bowl.
So they're the same level in the playoffs.
No.
They are. They have the same success.
No, that's what you're saying. You agree.
No. You said it does not matter.
You're saying
you said wins do not matter
and
in
Lamar have the same success.
You said no. You said wins do not. I'm just taking off your math. You said wins and stats do not matter in the playoffs because you both don't make it to the Super Bowl, so you're in the same level. So everyone that makes the playoffs consistently, so Dak Prescott's on the same level.
He's made the playoffs consistently?
Yes, in his career.
I don't think so.
He hasn't won, but he made it.
He's
on the same level as Josh Allen Lamar.
He's under that level.
No, he's right on the same level because playoff wins does not matter.
That's what you're saying.
That's what you said. You said playoff wins don't matter.
Playoff wins don't matter unless you're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So again, you're saying your math. Let's go backwards real quick because you divided time, subtract all this shit to get where you're getting to, right? You said Josh Allen, Lamar, even though Josh Allen has more playoff wins and better stats in the playoffs, have done the same in the playoffs because they have not made the Super Bowl.
Yes.
So that means any player that's made the playoffs is on the same level as Josh Allen, Lamar. Then
that's what you're saying.
That's what you're saying.
No.
Because you're saying playoff wins don't matter.
Came out of my mouth.
You're saying playoff wins don't matter.
They don't. Unless you're in the Super Bowl.
Okay. So they're all on the same level. Every quarterback.
No, I've never said that. No, you're saying that.
That's what your math. That's what your math is saying, dude.
That's where you're like. That's what you think.
Okay.
That's not what I'm saying though.
Okay. So what's the difference then?
Lamar, it's the
big no. Why is it that
Mahomes?
Why is it that when you're grading Lamar and Allen in the playoffs, they've had the same success because they haven't went to the Super Bowl?
Yes.
But then other players. So does that mean Brock Purdy's been more successful?
Been to a Super Bowl.
Since he's been to the Super Bowl then?
Been to the Super Bowl.
So that means he's been more successful? In your mind?
In the playoffs, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
into a bowl. Same with Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Most successful in the playoffs.
Joe Burrow hasn't been in the playoffs in years, so I don't know how that would pan out now.
Yeah.
And Brock Purdy missed out because he was hurt last year, and that whole team fell apart. So I don't know how it would pan out now. I'm not a big Brock Purdy guy like you are.
Baker Mayfield.
He hasn't been in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So he's at the same level as Josh Allen Lamar, though?
Baker, me and you both know Baker Mayfield.
I like Baker. I do like Baker.
Baker Mayfield and the Bucks can go to the Super Bowl. Me and you both talk.
I think the Browns could have had a better chance of staying in contention if they kept Baker, too.
They're the Browns. They would never be in contention.
But what
ever
I'm saying
for
is
anything.
They looked the best when they had Baker.
Maybe for number one draft.
You remember they almost beat the Chiefs that year and made Chiefs out of
Almost and beating are two different things.
But what I'm saying
Just
is,
saying.
well, I'm saying you had your
Mhm.
best team with Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
Yeah, you did.
All right. Nah, I don't feel like debating this no more.
I win again. Let's
You
go.
didn't win. You didn't win.
Let's go. I won again. All right. So let's close out. We're at
Yep.
what? Almost 2 hour mark.
Yeah.
That little rant you did went a little while. All right. Thanks for tuning in. We want to do more mock drafts
Yeah.
because fantasy season's coming up and I'm very excited for it.
Hey, we will actually do a post on Twitter. So next, me and David will talk. We should be good this stream. Now, I know I should probably be good next Sunday. I don't know what David's schedule looks like, but we'll talk. If we're good to stream next Sunday, we will post up a post on X. Whoever's interested in being a part of a mock draft, just comment on it or reach out to you guys. We can do as high as a 12-man.
Yeah, 12 would be
12 would be cool.
I like 12. It's more, you have to be more strategic for it.
Yeah. So we'll put that up and do a big stream about it again next week. And also, too, if anybody's interested in hopping on the stream as well, and being part of the camera, and we're talking about the picks as we're picking them, and then also recap the draft too. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Well, I'm Dave.
I'm Matt.
And this is Brews and Ball. We will catch y'all.